How we doing, brothers and sisters in Christ? So I'm on the internet right now looking at some stories and came across this on the Engadget website, Engadget.com. This story is also on NBC, and it's also on the Wall Street Journal. And as you can see here, it's titled, the title of the story, Amazon may offer hand recognition payments to other stores. Now, oh Lord, I really believe that this decade that we're in right now, the 2020 decade all the way to 2030, I really believe that this is going to be a turning point in the way that we do things as we know it. Really over the last 15 to 20 years or so, things have changed drastically with terms of technology, cell phones, smartphones, laptops. It's to the point where people don't even own desktops anymore. More people have smartphones than anything. I remember there was a point in time where desktops were like thousands of dollars, and now you can buy a desktop for $150 to $200 in Best Buy now. The same goes for laptops. They were very expensive, but now you can get them pretty cheap too, mainly because these smartphones, the devices in which we have in our hands right now, are taking over. Essentially, they're taking over. Everything seems to be going to the smartphone. You can pay for things with your smartphone now. And, it just really seems like the physicalness of, the physical aspect, we'll say, of living just seems to be diminishing as we know it. And, it's like people don't talk on the phone anymore. People primarily text message. Communication skills are not as sharp as they once were because of this. And it just seems like the dumbing down of America or society is just on a rampant. So let's go ahead and read this story. It says, like I said, Amazon may offer hand recognition payments to other stores. It reportedly has teamed up with Visa for testing. Visa. Amazon rumored hand recognition payment tech might be useful before paying for produce at Whole Foods. Wall Street Journal sources say the community is developing hand-based checkouts terminals in which will sell coffee shops, fast food restaurants, and other stores that tend to have repeat customers, not just Whole Foods. It's also clear as to how the technology might work. The system will reportedly start by linking your payment card to your hand, asking you to insert your old school plastic and scan your hand before you could pay using your hand alone. This sounds like the microchip that people have been talking about for many, many years. The mark of the beast technology has been talked about, and now we have, this right here that's possibly opening the door for putting something in your hand to pay for something. Like I said, people have been talking about this for many years. This is not new, but to the average person who really doesn't pay attention to anything that goes on in this world, to them, this is new news. To me, this isn't new. To a lot of individuals who are awake, it's not new. We knew this day was coming. We knew it was coming. Amazon's cloud would store the data and might even tie it to Amazon.com, spending to help target ads. Although we can imagine some hesitation, given that people are already concerned about creeping targets. The company may have challenges in safeguarding payment cards. It could blacklist people caught using stolen cards, according to the tipsters. but that would only help after the thief had already bought at least one item using your your hard-earned money. I'm sorry. I said your hand-earned money. That says your hard-earned money. Well, you will be using your hand. I'm just saying. The system is still young, but may be making progress. Don't think for 1 second they haven't been trying to test this out before now. They're just getting bold, and they're just getting to the point where they don't care and they want to come out and just say it now. This type of stuff has been in the motions longer than you know. Just saying. Amazon is said to be working with Visa for test transactions and is supposedly in talks with MasterCard. It might be less of a question whether or not the technology is viable as whether shoppers and stores are receivable. While the handprints aren't as revealing as faces, yeah, that's where they do facial recognition as well. Some smartphones do that. While handprints aren't as revealing as faces, customers might be still reluctant to link biometric data to Amazon shop. Meanwhile, might not be remind customers that Amazon exists and that they could order some things online. I think that's the end of the article. Not a very long article there, but nonetheless, I found it interesting that Amazon here is thinking about, letting you pay with your hand. And like I said, pretty soon there's not going to be anything physical. They're going to try to get rid of cash. Checks are pretty much going extinct. And the next thing is probably going to be debit cards and credit cards. The mingling of flesh and machine, or technology, we'll say. This has been something that, Hollywood's been talking about for many years, man and machine, transhumanism, movies like The Terminator. You got Arnold Schwarzenegger, who looks like a human on the outside, but he's this machine on the inside. Movies like RoboCop. All of these movies were made in the 80s. Half man, half machine. Like, Hollywood has been obsessed with mingling humans with technology. And now here we read an article saying that you may be able to do something as simple as shop with technology inside of you. Let's think about this for a second. Smartphones, let's call it like we see it. They're very addictive. They're so addictive. We feel like we can't even leave home without them. We feel like if they're not on us, we start getting anxious. We start, getting nervous, and we have to find our phone. That's our phone. We act as if it's already a member of our bodies. And the fact is, they're getting closer and closer to the body. Okay? Via Apple Watches. That's just one step closer to your hand. You can't get any closer than that. The only way you'll be able to get closer than that is if you go inside the body. And there may be a possibility, especially with something like this. All right, you guys, God bless you all. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Do you think this is a part of the beast system? Do you think they're trying to condition the masses for what's to come? And do you believe in this decade we're going to see a whole lot more of this? What's going to die this decade? Something always dies. I'm curious to know, where do you think it's going to go? Is it going to be computers? Is it going to be cars? Is it going to be credit cards, debit cards? Is it going to be phones? Is it going to be television? I don't know. I'm curious. People are already canceling cable television. And opting for the Fire Sticks. So, what's going to die this decade? What say you? If you're new to the channel, God bless you. Be sure to subscribe. Consider liking. Have a great night.